Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Hope everyone's had a great week and hope everyone is well today. Um, just first of all, just like to thank everybody for your messages, your comments, um, and your subscriptions and your bookings and everything else. I am truly grateful to have anyone who's listening today and who listens to me regularly. I'm truly grateful to have you in my lives, and I'm so glad that I can be here to actually help you in any way that I possibly can. So I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you for being here and listening to my coming to my channel and listening to my readings. Um, it's been a bit of a hectic week here for myself personally, and I just wanted to share without going into too much detail. And there's a lot happening in the world right now. And just this week, there was something that happened personally in my life where you're faced with the situation where you um, just out of adversity, you realize how much how grateful you are for just being here, for just living, and and how important it is to just be who you are, to really truly be who you are, be in unconditional love, always appreciate every single thing in your life. We are blessed to be here every day we live. So anyway, without further ado, I shall move on to our reading this week. Now, last week we had some energies, and we've been dealing a lot with. There's so much going on, so much going on. I believe sometimes even we as divine beings and light workers find it difficult to sort of try and swim in everything that's going on, but we need to be strong. We absolutely need to be strong at this point in time. We need to stand united. We need to stand together in love, in unconditional love. So, anyway, let's go into this is a really mixed bag reading. So, it is telling me just from the onset, just by looking at these cards, it is telling me we are in for an interesting week. Things are happening. I'm going to dive straight into the partnership, because here we have the scarab beetle. This one was in this exact same spot last week, saying that things for divine unions are changing. Things are moving around. We are getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. This is where our divine union is. This is where we need to place our absolute importance. This is resurrection. This is a spiritual rebirth. Twin flames all over are going through a spiritual rebirth, and that definitely, most definitely, is in the 5D. It is just, there's a few things that are hindering us, and that at the moment is old templates. Very much so. I'm getting a lot around us changing our old templates. That is so important for our journey, for our missions. We need to come to terms with what is. We need to change. We need to do something different. We need to change attitudes in order to make the world a better place. This is what this strongly is suggesting. And I had to point that out straight off the bat, because really this is what we are. As far as union goes, I'm going to just go straight to the partnership here, because there's a lot of important cards. So we've got the changes coming. Then we have Neithis. Neithis, the goddess. There's goddess energies happening within divine partnerships. It is the card number 7. It's a chalice. Neithis is the hidden one. She talks about, there's a bit of reservedness about Neithis. Okay, she is a little bit, there's a sense of things being hidden. There is a mysticism in there, and there is suggestion of that which is not yet realized. Is deeply spiritual, but it is all about lifting the conscious mind above worldly stress into more peace. This is mission. This is mission. Covered by Osiris, Divine Lord of Light, the highest spirit, talking about wisdom, justice, stability, respect, blessings, the wise spiritual father. This is a spiritually uplifting card. The partnership is never, ever at a threat. It is how we actually relate to the partnership. How we, as a masculine and feminine energies, learn to balance those partnerships. So the clear message here is that it is there. There is a lot going on. As far as the masculine goes, we've got the Ankh, which actually comes off the end of last week. We had, I think it was last week, yes. We sort of featured the Ankh come up. So there is the life force in the masculine. He's understanding. However, the pyramid is suggesting there is some reservedness here. Something that how do I say this? The pyramid is about the evolution of the soul through time. It is an initiation. This card is initiation. The masculines have recognized life force and love and the understanding of this. So now they are going through a time of initiation. There's a sense of future changes. They're sensing these future changes. They're at the point of evaluating past lessons. It is very much a test period, which can cause some stress and anxiety, but overall it's a good outcome, and the time will heal all. It's more about self-imposed barriers, which they're working through at the moment. There is, there's a suggestion of aiding of what's the best word to describe it? It's like a kind of like a mental expansion. That's not quite the right word. There's an expanding, mind expanding into spiritual development. So there is guidance. There's divine guidance aiding this spiritual development to come through, specifically in the 3D. Now, I know we've often spoken about how the masculines are really developed in the 5D and have been pushing the feminines on a 5D level. Well, now it's their turn to actually really bring what they have been bringing to the feminine on the 5D down into their 3D selves. This is what there is. There is lotus here. There is peace. There is a peace about it. However, before the peace comes, there is a level of anxiety. So at the beginning of the week, we're coming into the understanding. Then we are coming into the anxiety surrounding it, which then we move into peace. So this is a bit of a roller coaster ride for the masculine this up and coming week. Very important not to get caught up in any sort of drama with your divine masculine counterparts. It won't serve any good. Allow them to be. Send them love. Hold the space for them. They need you. They need to sense that you're there. You don't need to let them know that you're there by calling them or texting them or whatever it is. Unless, of course, for those in separation, that's it. I mean that more for those who are in separation and have very minimal contact. Really reach out in the 5D to them. They need you now. Okay, for those of you who are in contact, there will be the up and down level of anxiety from the masculine. Whether it's sort of looking at leaving an existing karmic relationship, there is anxiety around it. Very important. Be love. That's an important message because peace is coming. Things are good. As I said, looking at these cards this week, last week was great. There was a lot of development last week. However, as we grow, we need to still clear things. So we go up, there's something else that needs to be cleared in this journey of divine partnerships. We really, when it comes to twin flames, you know, when things go there, we need to make sure that there are other things that we need to clean out. So definitely that's what's going on with the masculine this week, because at the moment too, the feminine. Now, the masculine had the crooked flower last week, which was actually card, as I said, it was a card 17, which has translated to card number 8. So it is. They're symbolic. The crooked flower are symbolic. And it denotes, it is the emblem of the Pharaoh's authority in the Cartouche cards. But it is all about self-discipline. It's about mastering ego. So the important thing here is to not step back into ego. Take responsibility, please, please. My sincere advice is do not. You've come too far. Do not see this delay as it's not going to happen. We're never going to go on to mission. It will, please. I can feel and I know and I sense there is this uncertainty around with the divine feminine of going, all right, I've come all this way. Please keep the faith. Love. There are delays around this. Okay, we do have the set card coming in. We didn't see it last week at all. And you, for most part, most of last week was amazing for a lot of people. Okay, as I said, I had some delays last week, and that was actually, something that was totally out of my control, but however, made me come to realize just how important our task is. So really work through mastering the ego. Do not let it come back. Heal that ego. Then we have Hatha down here. Now, of course, Hatha has been featuring what the 5D feminine is projecting towards the partnership. Now she's actually got it down here. So Hatha, of course, is a reflection. We're talking about, because it was looking into the partnership previously for the last couple of weeks, it is now coming back to self. Okay? Whatever mirror reflections we were doing towards the partnership's fine. We need to go back into self, because this is this whole mastering ego. We really need to step back into self, hold the mirror up to ourselves, find out what it is that we still have to heal, to clear in order to move forward. She's a goddess of beauty, love and strength. Project that image back to you. She is the patroness of women. There is spiritual strength to be made with connecting with the God force within and coming to terms with your own balance, your yin-yang balance. This is what this is. It's asking the feminines to balance and come back in to that balance towards the union. It's important for our ascension. It's important for our divine partnership, twin flame mission. It's important. It's a strong message there, because if we don't maintain that balance within ourselves, if we start to go back into the yang and going, all right, okay, this is not happening, I don't need anyone, I don't need this, don't. Please don't. This is a clear message. Now, I didn't realise I'd actually turned the outcome card upright, but I did. So it's been there. The fire card. Okay, the fire, of course, is about burning bridges. It is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Now, the Uraeus symbol is actually on this fire card, as we can see. Now, notice this time it is actually pointing towards the masculine. Okay, the fire was actually down here last week in the divine partnership. And we had Uraeus here in the feminine, pointing away from the masculine. Now we've actually got it looking towards a union, looking towards the masculine. Okay, it is now up to the masculine to do their work, to really come into their 3D selves of understanding of mission and union. This is what this is all about. Now, what is the masculine? How is the masculine reviewing the partnership on a 5D level? The Ptah. Okay? We've had a lot of emotional cards and a lot of feminine cards for the masculine for the last, at least I would say 3, possibly 4 weeks now, since the beginning of the new year. So as you can imagine, the masculines have been going into more of a feminine energy. So slowly, not like all of a sudden, but they are realizing and coming into more balance. Now this card, being that it's the patron of men, the Ptah card, the masculines are now coming more into balance. So the feminines have really gone into their yin energies over the past weeks as well. So we've had a lot of feminine energies. Now, the feminine are looking at balancing those energies, but the masculine are actually coming back into more of their yang selves. This is where they're saying, okay, on a spiritual level, it is up to me to build this temple. Lessons have been learned. These lessons that have been learned are shaping the masculine's true character and identity. There's been a big shake-up. They are now beginning to build the temple of divine partnership, coming towards mission, realizing mission at a much, much deeper level in the 3D. And there is a lot of talk around the masculines being accelerated. It's a wake-up call, and it's shown strongly here that they are being called to take the lead towards divine union and mission. So what is the feminine portraying to the partnership on a 5D level? A feminine card, a very feminine card. So the buckle of Isis is giving birth. There is growth with sacrifice. As we know from the buckle of Isis, there is always growth. But this is all about fertility. It's reflecting on emotions and trying to understand or figure out how to bring things into the day of light. What materially can the feminine sacrifice in order to come into union? This is where our higher 5D selves, particularly for the feminines, are actually asking us, what is it that we need? What is truly important to us in order to come into this union? We know how much we want to be in union. But is that enough? It's all about the mission. We have a mission. We have a duty. This is why we have evolved into this lifetime as twin souls. It is a duty to bring about love and peace. So, going with that, as I said, it's a very, I'm just going to say it, it's an all over the place week. You can wake up on a Monday morning and you will feel absolutely amazing and ready to take on the world. And by the afternoon, you may be on your knees in tears. That's the kind of week it is. That's the energies coming into off the back of this previous week as well. So it is very much this. Oh, I say it. I'm going to pull another card for some extra guidance. I'm going to shuffle these cards again. So, Lord Osiris and Goddess Isis, who love us unconditionally. Okay, that just dropped out. This card just dropped out. Remember the journey. Remember the outcome. Success. Winged disc. Winged disc. And as I have pointed out previously in my readings about the winged disc, the notion of the winged disc is, look at it, the symbol, divine union. Just remember the mission. Just remember the goal. This is what we're fighting for, divine union. That is part of the mission. That's where our focus must be at this week, because without it, we go back to square one. So we must be strong this week. There is divine guidance. Ask and you shall receive. There is achievement. There's inspiration. Just be patient. There is joy. There's true revelation from the inner knowing of what we're here to do. So, okay, I am going to go on and ask for Isis for her healing message for all divine partnerships, twins, twin flame partnerships. What is your healing guidance for us in this up and coming week? What message do you have for us in order for us all to come into ourselves and move closer into union, reunion, and mission? What is it that you have us? What healing advice would you give us this week in order to maintain balance within ourselves and trust? All right. Cards are just fleeing out today. Divine sisterhood. Okay. That says a lot to me this week. It is the community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. Look at that card. It is like the winged disc. Look at those two together. Divine in the center. Feminine and masculine energies underneath. We are a community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. We need to embrace that. We absolutely must remember our mission. At the end of the day, regardless of what's going on, it's all about the mission. Be grateful for all the lessons you have learnt so far. They have brought you this far. Now, I shall read the Divine Sisterhood. Of course, this is from the Alana Fairchild Isis deck. In community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honouring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in spiritual worlds, yet now it is being born on the earth. It is a part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too. As you grow together in peace and light and wisdom, your light has value on its own, of course, but is also of deep service when it is visible to others lighting the way. You are guided to allow the beloved Isis to help you now through community. There can be strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other into new patterns that are so much more real and beautiful. In unity with the divine in each other, we grow and we become capable of such wonders. Mother Isis says there is so much light awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to earth from celestial beings at this time. It makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect at a heart level, honouring each other as divine beings, can become capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in service to humanity and earth. If you had enough electricity to power a city, you wouldn't want to try and fit it in one house. Likewise, with all this spiritual electricity becoming available on the earth, groups are needed to help it to circulate and flow. That is such a strong message. Strong, strong message. Unite with other twin flames, with other divine feminines, with other divine masculines. There's a good lot of us out there just really, we are here for guidance. I'm here. This is why I'm doing this channel. Anyone who needs guidance, I am happy to be here. I'm happy to support and hold your hand through this process if needed. This is what we're here for. Now just read on. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group, and instead to help a group become a community of honouring individuals. Your leadership by example is important, as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. Yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other up rather than pull each other down. The oracle of the Divine Sisterhood is based on the love between the goddess of ancient Egypt, Hathor, Isis, Bastet, and Sekhmet, and more. They are often pictured with similar symbols and headdresses and share some iconography that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they are connected as a unique expression of something greater. If you accept all of this, but still cannot find your spiritual home here, and have been wondering where your community is, you are not alone. They are looking for you too. Say yes to the opportunities to meet like-minded people, and let Isis guide you through circumstances, opportunities, and spontaneous moments as you and your beloved sisters and brothers find each other together for group benefit. This is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping others into theirs. The role of the Divine Sisterhood is about empowering all, not one above the other, and growing in wisdom through listening and sharing, through allowing for the uniqueness of all beings and encouraging all to grow from a win-win perspective. If you are in a community but are finding that the group ego is becoming more powerful than the group soul, and the energy of the community is pulling you down rather than lifting you up, then this oracle says to trust in divine feminine to lead you onwards. Give your best and most truthful expression and effort. But if this community is not a vibration that can work for you, then move on. Without judgment or fear, just move on and trust that with the law of magnetism, you will attract yourself into a community that has the best vibration for you. If you have found that you have guidance to build community yourself and are feeling a little overwhelmed at the thought, stay calm and stay in your heart. Allow yourself to collaborate with others and work in smaller groups in connection with each other as a way to build community together. It will happen naturally. The divine sisterhood will guide you if you ask for their assistance with unconditional love. That is a beautiful, beautiful message from Isis. That is important. And now with so many things happening in the world, and I'm almost in tears about this, this is important. We need to stand together. We need to fight for love. Now, I'm going to do the ritual and then a prayer of divine, it's divine sisterhood, but I'm just going to say divine, divine community, divine partnerships. So I'm going to ask for us all to be silent. Sit down. Now, imagine whilst you're sitting there, hold your arms out and imagine right beside you is your divine masculine or your divine feminine, your twin. And on the other side of you is another divine masculine, and beside him another divine feminine, or vice versa. Divine partnerships. Hold your hands out and reach out now. And as you reach out, hold your hands together around our world, around the universe. Stand united in love and light. In the circle, say aloud, this circle is based in unconditional love, free from harm and fear. Those who love us unconditionally are now invited to be here. See, sense, or feel your hands sending love around the circle, pulsating with energy. Feel the love growing. Feel the strength. Feel the light. And say this: may this community lift us into love more freely and wholly than ever before. Through our own free will, so be it. Stay with this flow of energy and feel your heart expanding. Now when you are ready, gently release the hands and place them in prayer mudra, palms facing together and resting gently at heart level. Close your eyes and bow your head slightly, bringing the hands in prayer position with your 4 fingers lightly touching your forehead, and say, I honor the sisterhood and brotherhood of light, of which I am one. Beloved Isis, please help me find my beloved brothers and sisters of unconditional love on the inner planes and in this world of forms. Guide me to healthy community that helps me grow with unconditional love, where I can find my rightful place and be my true inner self. Thank you. May I have the courage, wisdom, and openness of heart to trust your guidance and act on it of my own free will. So be it. When you are ready, lower your hands and just open your eyes. I'm going to leave it there. Be in love. I'm here. There are others here.